the lightest WordPress website builder blocks and extension plugin, or is it? Let's find out in today's session. Hi, I'm Anil from marketingautomationfocus.com. In today's session, I'm showing and talking about a plugin, a website builder plugin called Nexter Blocks and Nexter Extensions. And I'll take you at the back end. As you can see on the screen, if you're watching this video, uh, you can see on the screen that I have my test website, and I have installed Nexter Blocks and Nexter Extension. And right now I'm showing you on the screen Nexter Blocks. I have activated the Pro version of both blocks and extension. So let's find out. Right now, there are no pages except the one of them I'll show you here. It's just the default privacy policy page that WordPress installation creates. I've deleted other pages or posts from this, and I've done some cleanup. And I'm going to show you what the page speed says about the speed of this site, just the homepage. So let's go there. Okay, so as you can see, I've just ran this test about a few minutes ago before starting this recording, and it's the homepage, test.marketingautomationfocus.com. You may not be able to access this website because I might actually block the access from outside my own network. But to show you, this is a real test, and the desktop test is also the same. Mobile, don't worry about this 94 accessibility. I have not done any optimization. The SEO is 50 because it tells you that, by the way, that page is blocked from indexing and document does not have a meta description. So I'm going to ignore that. So this is with almost nothing. I haven't built the site. I'm going to actually show you using their template for the whole site kit that they have. And I'm going to just install that in this session and show you, and then we can check the PageSpeed Insights again. So let's go there. So before I install a template that I have selected, I have in mind, I'm going to show you, just walk you over. This is not a tutorial of any type. It's not deep dive or anything, but it's mostly showing you all the features and capabilities of this, what kind of blocks are available, what kinds of extensions are available, and their plugin dashboard and interface. So you can see on the screen the dashboard for the Nexter blocks, and there are 136 total blocks, as you can see where my mouse pointer is, and then 32 active blocks, meaning I'm only using 32 blocks at this point, or actually I should say those are the ones that I have enabled. Some of them, or most of them, were probably enabled by default, but you can see the dashboard is pretty clean. You can easily access documentation. You can raise ticket. You can join community. There's a link to their Facebook group, I believe. And then you can request features. You can rate this plugin. You can join Discord channel. And there's some video tutorials and their social media presence. And so let me just click on blocks. It is very comprehensive set of blocks. So I'm not going to talk about each and every one of them, but it gives you a feel for how many you have there. On the top, you can see if you click on the free ones or the free button, and it'll list all the free ones that are available. And then you can click on freemium ones, for you to try. There's live demo here and the toggle switches for each one of them. So it's very modular. and the pro ones are listed under the pro tab. And as you scroll, you can see that the categories: essential, creative, tabbed. If there are no tabbed or social under pro, it just moves to advanced, and then listing, builder, and then extras, and then if there are any they have another plugin which gets installed automatically, I believe, when you install Nextr Blocks Pro. So you have the pro templates available to you, and I'll show you when I get there. Now, watch this on the top right. First of all, there is a toggle switch here. You can disable all or enable all. Okay. Um, and then this really nice feature here, um, which is, I don't think I've seen this before: scan unused blocks. So if I scan it, it says 88 unused blocks found, and I can just choose to disable them. All right. So once you build your site, your pages, um, then you can come back and scan and just turn them off. If you're not using, they probably will not hurt uh, your website loading. And by the way, I forgot to mention that I'm also using this test site is actually on Cloudflare CDN as well. So just factor that in terms of when we're doing the speed test and everything. But nonetheless, it tells you what kind of performance you will get. And the main thing here that I'm showing you is the really massive set of features and blocks, and I'll take you to extensions. So let me click on WordPress templates. uh, if you haven't installed them, there would be on the top right, there would be like install templates. So these templates then show up as download now. If you haven't installed them, then it shows up, I believe, as a preview. So I've already done the clicked on the install templates. So now it says open templates. So I'm not going to go there as yet. And let's just go to extra options, settings. Now you can see what kinds of settings that you actually can do or set using Nextr blocks. It's really awesome. And right now, I haven't spent time to go through each one of them. You can disable Google Fonts. You can enable Nextr Global CSS, connect Google Maps API key. And once you enable any of these features or blocks, then you have certain features or blocks will have a gear icon for its own settings or options that you may have. And disable dash icons, for example, connect Google reCAPTCHAs. Okay, so it's pretty much there's so many features that you don't need separate plugins for a lot of these options that typically you would end up needing a separate plugin. Now, in terms of security, I do like to use WordFence. I am not sure, and I don't think just Nextr blocks or Nextr extension is good enough, or even with Cloudflare. I do like to use WordFence and possibly another website security plugin. Okay, so which I haven't done, but I've installed WordFence. For then another thing I really like is this performance set of options here. So you have smart optimized on-demand assets, so you can choose whichever you prefer. Right now, I have selected on-demand assets. I forget if I turn these two on, toggle these on for delay third-party JavaScript or defer CSS and JavaScript. Okay, so I like to do that. Then you have this custom CSS and JS that you can use, rollback plugin option. If you have purchased the white label plan, then you will have that option. Then there is theme builder. Then they list just their more products here. So as you can see here, for me, Nexter WP theme, Nexter extension, they're activated. Then I have W Design Kit that is activated as well. Okay. And then Activate Pro just gives you that you can put your license key to activate it. So let's go over to now Nexter extension. Okay. So Nexter extension dashboard looks very similar to Nexter blocks. And here they tell you there are 50 plus total features. They may add similar feature to Nexter blocks, like how many are activated or how many you're using. And I've suggested to actually have a similar scanning of the extension that you are using or not using, either way. And if you're not using, then disable them if they're turned on. So now you have theme builder and code snippet. This is a separate, takes you to separate um, tab. I'm not sure why that's so. They could have the similar thing here. But it really doesn't matter. And in terms of utilities, Adobe fonts, custom fonts, upload, that option is there. Replace URL and text. That's so easy. I was just playing around with this. So if this is turned on, toggled on, then uh, you can specify old and new URL or text. Okay. And then you can select the options, whether it's case sensitive, replace GUIDs, search limit. You can specify tables. If you know enough, then if you know what you're doing, then you can actually specify specific tables if that's what you want to do, and then you can confirm. Right now, I haven't selected anything, so it's grayed out. I'm going to close it out. And regenerate thumbnails is in beta mode, but I haven't turned it on. So a lot of these things I'm still playing around with it, but some of these I have played around. I'll show you. You can use the redirect 404 is there, so you don't need another plugin. So this is a pretty common one that people need. Rollback manager is pretty neat. Public preview for drafts, I don't use it that much. And I don't know if someone wants to disable Gutenberg, then you could do that. Replace media is a useful one. I turned on, or maybe it was by default, I don't remember now, but I like to have this duplicate post. And a lot of times, most plugins or builders will not have this duplicate post option, and then you need another plugin. I know other websites I'm using a separate plugin, which does have, to be fair, a lot of other features. For example, one of them is if I want to block the access from the internet. Okay, so I'm not sure if we have it here. To be fair, I haven't really looked for it yet for that specific feature, but I use that plugin to have a bunch of other features, including this duplicate post. So this is also pretty good. And it's I'm also very much interested in performance. So you can define settings for performance. You can disable emoji scripts, disable RSS feed if you want, remove RSS feed links, remove short links, disable embeds. So over here, you can actually do the defer CSS and JS, and this one is toggled on for me. Disable password strength meter if that's, I was just probably playing around with this. This, you can see just under one sort of section or category, advanced performance, you have tons of features. If you want to count, there are a whole bunch of them, like 10, 10 or 12 of these features for that may impact your performance. And you can disable comments. I've provided some feedback here that if you're disabling comments, then there is a switch, or I think maybe there was a switch and then it's just a setting under disable comments. So either you disable everywhere or you enable, but then since it has enable option, then I'm not sure if I would use the word disable. I would just probably think comments, and then what are the options under comments. So that's just a minor thing. I kind of split hairs sometimes. Heartbeat control, you can, if you know what you're doing, then you can enable it, and you can set up the WordPress heartbeat option for performance reasons. I'm going to turn it off for now. Revision control for maybe how many revisions for your post, I suppose. Yeah. So posts and pages, limit to 10 revisions. Now, just a quick one. It might, I don't know, maybe I want a lot more or a lot less revisions for posts, but not for pages, right? Um, so so that may be something to think about, but I'm going to turn it off for now. Turn it off here. And you can, for security, like I was saying, that very common one is two-factor authentication, which WordFence plugin also provides, the free plugin. But it's really nice to see that you have a CAPTCHA SVG upload is a very common one. So I'm glad to see that one. And then content protection. Wow. So I haven't looked at that. And then you can actually protect, who can access the content of different kind. If it's administrator only, then you can customize here, uh, right? What type of content, background, border, title, description. I mean, the list is almost virtually kind of unlimited, infinite type of thing here, like just massive amount of features and sub features and options and sub options. So it just crazy, massively created, modular, very fast, it seems to me. And we'll see on when we grab the templates and we create a bunch of pages, and then see what happens to the speed, for example, without even doing any optimization. The only other, so let me show you the plugins so you know what plugins I have. So I have Nextr Blocks, Nextr Blocks Pro, Nextr Extension, Nextr Extensions Pro, W Design Kit, as I mentioned, which I believe was installed automatically once you install Nextr Blocks Pro, I believe. And then WordFence Security, and the Lightspeed Cache is, I haven't done anything with it. No optimization, no manual optimization as yet. And this is installed by default by my hosting service. So it shows up even if I select not to. Okay. So they just kind of force it, as far as I know. So that gives you a view of, let's go back to the extensions. We were at security, and now let's move to admin interface. So disable admin settings. So I think some of this I might have changed. I branded WP admin. So I toggle this on, and then you can define how you can brand this, right? So display active plugins first, if you want to choose that. Clean admin bar. So remove WordPress logo or menu. So I've done that. I think it shows up on the top left. And remove comments, counter link, remove howdy, just so annoying stuff that I'm glad that we have this option. And remove the help tab and drawer, all of that kind of garbage. You just, in the back end, even for admins or editors, whoever is logging into the back end, it just slows things down, or some of the things are so annoying. There's no need for it. Okay, so I like to clean that. So some of this stuff I have turned on when I was playing around with it. Theme customizer, blog settings. I mean, just there's ton of features, and so it's like a feature sets. So there, they're feature sets of features, right? So there are tons of feature sets even. So it's massive. Global colors, you takes you to the another tab. It opens. Uh, I think I'm used to not opening another tab. I think, or maybe it is that way. So I don't remember. I don't do this customization that often, to be honest. So we're gonna go back to our uh, okay, so we're back here. So site logo, favicon. I think this theme customizer is probably under appearance. Customize, and you can get there. But this one just gives you an option: header settings, body style, footer settings, selection, text colors, global typography, block settings. I mentioned before. So there's tons of options. Then there are extra options. Rollback plugin option is here. Again, white label option, and they just list you the more product, just like what they show under Nextra blocks. Now let's go back to Nextra blocks, and let's just open templates. Okay, so it opens in another tab, and I think I've already selected Gutenberg, or maybe it's by default. I'm going to select Pro since I have Pro. I'm going to select Page Kits. There are tons of templates here. Okay, plugins. It shows Nextra Blocks and Nextra Blocks Pro. If you want to use only Nextra Blocks free, then you can look for then the pro filter will not apply, obviously. Okay, and so I'm going to select one of these. So I'm going to select the first one here. So I'm going to say download, and just to make things easy here, not spending too much time, there are 19 out of 19 these pages. So this kit contains all these pages, right? So I'm going to just select, so it has a checkbox for select all. It's selected by default. It's the name of the template, and it's a Gutenberg type, and it's a pro type or pro version template. So I'm going to select download all 19. Okay, and I am going to, so it says there are 15 pages, and then there are sections. Okay, footer, header is part of theme builder, and then there are like login and sign up. These are part of the pages, and then 15 pages are shown here. Is I can scroll down. Okay, so let's just import, and let's see what happens. Okay, so it's importing right now, and I'm gonna just pause this recording. So what happened was I paused the recording because it was taking, I guess, at least 2-3 minutes for those 19 of those pages to be imported, and I wasn't sure if it was just this icon for some of those pages, maybe 2 or 3 were still kind of as if it was still importing, and I wasn't sure if I could just close out this pop-up box or pop-up modal. So I went back and checked that there were about 12 pages that were imported, and one of them, or not one of them, but the 13th one was the previous page. Okay, so 12 of them were actually imported. So I think I ended up interrupting the import process, I believe. So I went back and I checked if I had the home page, but it didn't look like. So what I did, I manually selected just one in this case, as you can see, and now we can just cross that out, and let's go back to now pages. Um, and now you can see it seems like it automatically publishes those pages. So I'm not sure if that's the right workflow. I would personally prefer that all those imported pages remain in draft mode, not published, because I'm importing template, and more than likely I would be editing a lot of at least the text to customize, the name or whatever. So I'm going to show you how the front end looks like. I'm not going to show each and every of these pages. Otherwise the video would be too long. And so I'm going to show you the home page, how it looks like. And I haven't checked. I did check how it looked like with the footer. Uh, let's check that. All right, so I'm back. I was checking as to what happened to the total template kit. Since I interrupted it, it had downloaded only 13 uh, pages, and it published them. And it seems like that the home page might be, or that like home uh, page seems to be a landing page, or there's some confusion. And it's probably me, but so I tried to install that home page thinking it's going to install the page for home page, and maybe I can actually select that landing page as my home page. But I need to spend more time. So I don't want to make this video too long, but I'll show you that landing page, which seems to be the home page. So maybe, unless I'm totally messing up, maybe it needs to be more explicit in terms of what page would be downloaded as a home page design. Or if I don't select the static page, I guess. So maybe I need to select a static page, which is this landing page, which is supposed to be homepage if you want to make that as your uh, homepage as a static page. Okay, so I think that's the key. So I'm going to show you that page. So let's just go back here and let's click. So as you can see, when I tried to import again, so it's basically created another page which has its name landing page. Okay, and so let's view this. So now you can see that my test site or whatever, that's sort of a header, which I can hide probably. And this is get care from the people who care. So this seems to be your homepage for the site. So I'm going to run PageSpeed Insight test. So I'm just scrolling down. Um, this is, they define that as a landing page, I guess. So I'm going to assume that this is homepage, which is built out of Nextra blocks and headers and footer. Although I did import header, but for some reason it doesn't show up here for some reason. So all that stuff is for later for me to troubleshoot, but it shows you the really nice template designs, at least the one that I used as a pro. But I saw one that was free and I couldn't believe it because it was so good looking. I just happened to pick a pro and also to test if the pro template is going to work. Okay, so I'm assuming the free obviously is going to work. And based on my testing, I would suggest that don't interrupt the import process, let it finish. And I would like for them to see if they can actually not publish. I'm not sure if there was a setting somewhere that I missed, that when we import a template as a kit or any page, for example, even if it's a single, then not publish it. Leave it at draft. Okay, so now let's just do one last thing and then we'll be done here. So I have already pasted this page URL, and uh, we're going to analyze this page to see, without optimizing, without doing anything else, how does the performance look like, which may not be fair, but just uh, if just right after installation, not doing anything else. I haven't touched anything, any customization, any CSS code or JavaScript, other than just simply installing the template. So yes, the performance in mobile mode has dropped from 100 to 40. Um, let's go desktop. It dropped from 100 to 78, and accessibility can easily be fixed. SEO moved up because I think some of the stuff in the template might have helped. And in terms of performance, uh, this FCP and LCP are the ones that cumulative layout shift. So there's some optimization that is needed here. Render blocking requests, so typical stuff here. Let's just go quickly to check what's happening, at least at the desktop. So desktop FCP is probably is fine. LCP is still kind of high. Cumulative layout shift shouldn't be there. Speed index, to be fair, if my hosting service is not fast enough, but relative to not actually creating any page and any design with bunch of sections, bunch of images, and I haven't obviously looked at into the images. Those images that came with the template, you want to fix the alt text for those images, and images maybe PNG or JPEG, and you want to have WebP, those kinds of things. So but it does show you that it's fairly decent for you to start optimizing a little bit. So it may require some optimization um, for the performance of this design pages. So that's all I got for now, and hope this helped. And I'll see you in another one. Bye for now.